Well, after Chuck Norris already saved Christmas in Invasion USA, who is there left to kill in the 80s? Relax, the Cannon Group will find a way to bring another mixture of Christmas cheer and bloodshed for the holidays. Bring in Sylvester Stallone and a 1950 Mercury, and we'll run down some criminals. This was one of 2 films Stallone did with Cannon, as Cannon normally wouldn't have been able to hire someone of Stallone's caliber at the time, due to how they usually worked with smaller budgets, so both this and 1987's Over the Top were part of a 2-picture collaboration with Cannon and Warner Brothers, and there was even a video game adaptation. To think that this story of Detective Marion Cobretti, nicknamed Cobra, nice, who protects Brigitte Nielsen against a deranged cult led by a madman known as the Night Slasher, wouldn't have happened without Beverly Hills Cop. Yes, Stallone was originally signed on to play Axel Foley, but his script, which elevated the budget and was rewritten to make it a lot darker, was rejected, so he funneled a lot of those ideas into this film, along with adapting it from a 1978 Paula Gosling book named Fair Game, and making the character of Cobra like a cross between Bruce Springsteen and Harry Callahan, right down to the movie also having Rennie Santoni and Andy Robinson in it, who were both in Dirty Harry, plus there's a John Wayne nod, with Marion being the real first name of Wayne. There were a lot of alterations done to the script from the time of conception all the way to the release. The original version ran 130 minutes, but had numerous amounts of graphic violence cut to secure an R rating, leaving it at 2 hours, but then was cut down again for fear it would have a difficult time competing against the year's hit Top Gun. So a lot of backstories and side characters were trimmed, making the movie a mere 89 minutes so it could book more theatrical screenings for the day. Despite this, a low-quality bootleg of the work print has been in circulation for a while, but give it a proper Blu-ray release, damn it! Even at 89 minutes, I am ready to watch Stallone take on a murderous cult before they end up on Santa's naughty list.
I'm watching my video. I'm watching my video. Oh, watching my video. Sure looks good to me.
Cobra is a film that isn't just focused on action, but also stats.
In America, there's a burglary every 11 seconds, an armed robbery every 65 seconds.
That's good news, otherwise he wouldn't be shooting anyone in the film. He even has his own specialized gun for it. That way they can do the opening shot from the Dirty Harry movie Magnum Force. See, this gun is so powerful it made the sky bleed. Rest assured, people are gonna get chopped up, but good. It's from director George P. Cosmatos, who previously directed Rambo 2, and cinematographer Rick Waite would later shoot Rambo 3, even though he and Stallone apparently had some words on this film, but I'm guessing nothing compared to when he shot the Seagal Vanity Project on Deadly Ground. Between this and Invasion USA, Cannon Films continues to have a way of making action movies that are sometimes shot like horror films. Sure, it's bad that there is a cult lurking beneath the city, but the axe stores are doing phenomenal business during this time. They can't keep them in stock. How much longer are we gonna beat our axes? 3 more hours. We need to appease our master, Madman Mars. Oh yeah, and it's Christmas. Sure, their reign of terror begins early. Hey, you're not allowed to park that thing there. Also, like Invasion USA, the hero faces off against a group of people who are causing mayhem throughout random parts of the town. That movie had shootouts in shopping malls and dance parties. This one opens with a shooting in a grocery store. Shit, we're gonna crap on the rooftops of the Schnooks instead. I think this movie would have a different tone if it were made today. Just saying, what was once some action-packed escapism of the 80s, today would feel a little too real. It's okay, between Scorpio and Chief Babe Ruth from The Sandlot, they've got this. Look, he's already letting a man go. Marco Rodriguez seems like a man of his word. Never mind, he's a freaking liar! As long as you bring in the toughest cop on the force, things will work out awesome. That's even what his license plate says. Why wait for the SWAT team? In fact, Cobra should have been the first person you called. Send them in there by himself. If you want a safe and happy Christmas, you don't call Santa Claus, you call Cobra. Would Santa have the power to take down this terrorist? Well, maybe the Scrooged Santa would, but here we need Cobra, protecting all the stores that keep the Pepsi and Coors right next to each other. Just because people are fearing for their lives is no excuse not to stop for some delicious Coors product placement. After the holidays, he'll go on his diet and chug the Pepsi free. It's all part of his plan. Kill the guy by breathing gross Coors breath in his face. After taunting the man, of course.
Hey, dirtbag. You're a lousy shot.
Okay, I'll just shoot more people point blank. Thanks, Cobra. The man didn't count on Cobra's teleportation powers. The hell? How'd you end up in the freezer? He had to get close enough for the movie's badass one-liner.
You're a disease, and I'm the cure.
Ooh, he said it just like the poster. Crime is a disease. Meet the cure. Yes, he's gonna burn crime alive by rubbing merthiolate on it. Some shots you can tell, hey, yeah, I think there was some editing done on the violence here. This was probably just as bloody as the boardroom scene from RoboCop originally, even though he stopped the man from killing more people, and the shooter could have something to do with the killer known as the Night Slasher. The pussy media's having none of Cobra's heroism.
Come on, almost did he have to die? People are entitled to protection by the law.
You tell that to his family, huh?
Okay, I will. And why did you open a beer without paying for it, Cobra? I doubt Cobra is even a cop. This is just Stallone killing time between movies. He did use his own 1950 Mercury for the flick. That grocery store shooting hit a little too close to home. That's where he purchases all his Pepsi memorabilia for his apartment building. I'm surprised he doesn't just go out at night dressed like Pepsi Man. There's nothing that Cobra doesn't do that's badass to the extreme, like cutting his pizza with scissors. Why? And having a delicious breakfast of over-easy cleaning tools. Why are you taking time out, Cobra? The Night Slasher has claimed his 16th victim. Jesus. It's not enough that the killers are a cult of serial killers and mass murderers, but they also mention child molestation. I draw the line at jaywalking. Like Christ, why would anyone walk out alone in this city? Or in any canon film for that matter? They're not gonna just kill you, they're gonna destroy your car and make you watch. Are you sure Cobra has cured crime? I'm seeing a lot of crime in this. Maybe you're spreading yourself too thin. You're handling every case in the city.
Well, maybe there's more than one killer.
Hey, look, this is not your specialty, okay?
Right? Being a one-man army in a mass shooting. That's what you're qualified for. So Cobra's division is called the Zombie Squad, tasked with personally wiping out the most dangerous criminals. Or if there's a zombie invasion, which I wouldn't put it past that to happen in this world, and given that Rennie Santoni's name is Gonzalez, which was his name in Dirty Harry, I'm assuming he's the same character who gave up his teaching job to go back to the police force. And for the love of God, stop going out at night in these neighborhoods!
How could you possibly have hit me? Have you been drinking or something?
Lady, what the hell do you think? Actually, someone drank all the Coors in town. We're going through withdrawals and have to take it out on someone. Brigitte Nielsen has the right idea. If she's going out, she does so in a wig. She plays a model named Ingrid who gets a good look at the Night Slasher. They do so much crime out in the open, she can't be the only one who has seen this guy. But oh shit, they're gonna find out who she is. Because strung out cult member is a cop. We should have seen this coming after her book-burning crusade in Field of Dreams. They don't care what it takes. Now that we're outside police headquarters, we're giving you the order to kill anything that moves.
Do what you do best.
And try not to waste the wrong guy, huh?
I make no promises. There's little moments between these two that they keep in, like Cobra giving him shit about his diet, right? I doubt he's ever cut moldy pizza with scissors before. Really though, they need to prowl the city so there can be another bitchin' Stallone-style montage. Is this still a movie? Or are we watching the cast have a night off? This doesn't even look like Brigitte's character from the film. It looks like Stallone inserted a modeling reel of his then wife. And wait, David Rash? Sledgehammer is here and you haven't brought him in on the case yet? Stallone still had some montages left over from Rocky IV, and we'll use them to pad out this movie too. Hell, the song that's playing is Angel of the City by Robert Tepper, who did No Easy Way Out from Rocky IV. I guess this serves as character development. The night slasher goes around looking evil and Ingrid bangs robots. That's right, it was a fine time for robots to get work in Stallone movies. What are they doing this photo shoot for? Is the robot her pimp? And what's with this shot? Are they about to come to life? Is it Chopping Mall now? Crap, they have security robots! Let's bail! I don't know what's more dangerous, the cult lurking nearby, or that Dan here won't stop asking her out and telling her that he wants to sleep with her. Someone give this man a hint. Oh, thank God, I never thought he was gonna stop trying to get in my pants. No extra will be spared. Holy shit, you wiped out Dennis Mitchell's dad! The security guard has the right idea, partly. Sure, it's good that you're shooting at them, but you probably should have moved when the van was barreling towards you. A crash so severe that a couple stuntmen actually did get injured from it. Luckily for her, the cult gives up fast. She found a spot to hide for 5 minutes. Well, boys, she must be gone. Let's grab a midnight snack at Perkins. In fact, I'm gonna take a break too. Munching on movie theater popcorn is a disease, and my toilet is the cure. If you want some more sex and violence, with a helping of roller derby, outer space, and criminal trials, that means you miss Cinemax. Pick up my new book, Skinemax, a love letter to all things softcore in the 90s, over on Amazon, which is on ebook, paperback, and hardcover. I hope you enjoy. We're back, and they've got a break in the case. She's actually seen what the night slasher looks like, and the wrong person overhears it. How does no one see her acting sinister all throughout the precinct? This is good news for the slasher. He's been training for this for years. Brian Thompson only lasted minutes against Arnold in The Terminator, but here he is determined to make it to the end of the film. The worst part of her witness protection, though, is watching them do shtick.
Hey, Tony, you hungry? I got something that looks like cheese.
There's some cake over there.
No, take the cheese. I want the cheese.
Will you both just leave? I'll try my luck with the slasher. Really, I like that they're given some freedom to riff off of each other. It has a natural feeling to it since they talk over one another with their shit talk. That alone means there's a bit more to the Stallone character here than what I just saw with Agent Matt Hunter in Invasion USA. Granted, I'm sure a lot of character moments were on the cutting room floor, but he does feel like a character in this, like his poor house cleaning skills and match addiction. As for the night slasher, all we need to know about him is that he likes disguises. Okay, you seem legit. He looks like Michael Ironside auditioned for Revenge of the Nerds. Maybe send one of your guys to kill Ingrid, who doesn't look like a movie villain, put on some fake glasses. I'm asking far too many questions, when really all of these scenes are here so that I'll want the refreshing taste of a nice cold Pepsi. What is this, the Madam Web universe? Careful, boys, careful! Don't destroy the product placement! Say Pepsi, please, for those who die young. You idiots could have taken him out if you didn't just show up screaming with axes and maybe snuck in during the 30 minutes a night that he actually sleeps. Their weapons are useless against an action hero. Think of how quickly they could have won if they knew how to plant a car bomb. They're good at taking out everyone but Cobra. Yes, we're here to kill Ingrid, but we'll do this Halloween 2 style slasher death with a nurse for no reason. Seriously, like Michael Myers in that, the night slasher stabs a pillow thinking that it's his target, and like Laurie Strode, Ingrid runs around a hospital in the same outfit and in a wig. The combination of slashers and action movies is a forgotten genre of the time. Chuck Norris had more than one. And like Haddonfield Hospital, it's a ghost town at night where you can run through the halls being chased by a lunatic and no one is around to spot it until she hits the fire alarm. You patients all got up and started walking out pretty quickly. I think you're all fine to be discharged. Where'd these people come from? This place was empty a minute ago. He'll get right on this once he talks more shit to his superiors.
You didn't say the magic word.
What magic word?
Please.
What kind of cop are you that you didn't see that coming? In fact, how do they not know that Lee Garlington is a villain? I'm not even kidding. Her name in the movie is Officer Stalk. Seriously, put 2 and 2 together.
Last night there were 3 men assigned to that room and headquarters called and took 2 off. Why?
I don't know, ask Officer Stalk behind you. This should have been their plan from the beginning. Just have Cobra be the only one who protects her. They'll survive because it'll be the other cops they attack instead. Hey, did any of us bring a rocket launcher? That'll take care of Cobra pretty quick. No crap, we just gotta be bad shots then. That'll lead to the car chase, where they can cause more destruction in the city in the name of whoever it is that this cult worships. I feel like Cobra is the kind of cop who should have smoke screens, machine guns, and rockets attached to his car. How long before she pleads with him to take her back to the hospital? You could have simply hired better security. Now we have all this property destruction to worry about. This is like I'm a kid playing with my toy cars. My toys also survived when I launched them off the parking garage. And where's the gas trucks? Perfect. The scene wouldn't be complete without some big trucks blowing up. The kickin' music from composer Sylvester Stallone comes in too. He knows a thing or two about composing movies with someone protecting his love from criminals in a street chase. He composed Mannequin, and once again, the villains are way better at destroying someone else's car than they are people. The mayor's gonna have their ass for breakfast now.
Because we're not up against one man. We're up against an army of killers. I keep telling you guys that.
How do you know that?
It's literally on the news. The lieutenant is only here because we want to see Cobra beat the shit out of him at some point. Welcome to the Pepsi generation, dirtbag. That's enough of the dialogue. They have important police work to do. As in another music video segment. Feel the heat from Jean Beauvoir played throughout the whole trailer, so we gotta put it in the movie. It looks badass, why not? This makes me want to exercise with a shotgun. And can we pull over to a rest stop? Sure, there's a place for more Coors placement nearby. Oh, wait, Coca-Cola? We're in enemy territory now. We need to get the hell out of here. After she finds out about the zombie squad.
He's a part of the zombie squad.
What's the zombie squad?
The bottom line.
That told me nothing. I like this scene too, where they have a moment where he talks about how he grew up embarrassed by his name Marion, and he does it with humor.
You know, something a little harder name.
Like what?
Alice.
But enough about that, it's time for their daily 3-hour axe chant again. Then we can stop for our 4th lunch of the day. What kind of place doesn't have Survivor, Robert Tepper, or Bill Conti on the jukebox? And I'm not even gonna dignify that RC machine with a response. Sometimes Brigitte Nielsen's acting is hit or miss in this, but in parts where they're doing some silly flirting, she's okay and their chemistry's not bad, considering he had to forgive her for her former husband killing his best friend. I kinda wanted to stay on this scene for a bit longer, instead of more footage of any and every Cannon film gang in one shot. And could she be a more obvious villain?
I didn't use the phone in your room.
It's out of order.
That checks out. I'll keep trusting you for no reason. Really, he doesn't need any of the other officers here. He brought all the firepower with him that he needs. Police issue, of course. 80% of the precinct's budget goes to the zombie squad. I feel like I now know what the Stallone Terminator from Last Action Hero would have looked like. Let's take another break while she tries to sleep through all this badassery.
Al's in a 1-hour special. When the Tanners lose Al, he makes some new friends to get back home. It's Al's special Christmas. Then, Philip Michael Thomas hosts an all-new Motown Merry Christmas. In Motown's Merry Christmas, a night of specials Monday.
We're back. What's gonna happen next? and then they bang. We bonded over my name and French fries smothered in ketchup. Have we not had sex already? They've got enough time before the gang from another 48 hours shows up. I love how Officer Stalk has gotten away with being so not subtle this whole time that to finally give herself away, she has to straight up talk to the cult right in front of them.
Never liked that bitch.
Me either.
Then why did you bring her? I've given up asking more questions about this cult. They're all just nameless bad guys that show up and swarm our heroes like it's a siege movie now. Make sure you stay far enough away from Rennie. It's gonna be him that they're good at shooting at. We knew from the start you were gonna take a bullet at some point. You're lucky you survived being Harry's partner. It's when they have to chase after Cobra and Ingrid that they go back to being bad shots or just not shooting at all. Guys, what do we think is gonna happen? We're riding at a slow pace right behind him as he shoots. How do we think we're gonna get out of this? One even manages to get himself thrown off the truck and run over. And what's with the roadblock? Did the cult do that? Or was that just randomly there because canon? Their motorcycles are no match for an endless supply of grenades, and if you're gonna get a sniper into your gang, make sure that you get one who doesn't suck. You can play in the field all you want, because you know its climax is gonna be in some kind of factory, preferably a factory that makes only fire and sparks. Lots of fire and sparks. Buffed out Dexter is pissed. They find ways to top the grenade action in it, like when he just shoots it. This movie is kinda awesome. Like how Invasion USA pretty much gave you what you expected and really not much more, I can say the same thing about this. However, it gives you a bit more than Invasion USA. It is a fairly stylish film. It really is an over-the-top Stallone take on Dirty Harry, but with not much depth to it, albeit keeping the one-liners.
You have the right to remain silent.
Do you call that being silent? I could see the work print of it working a lot better. The problem is that it is too short. Yeah, I'm having a blast watching Stallone go after a slasher cult, but what even is this cult? What is their purpose other than the one line where they're like, "We want a new world order. By that I mean better savings during Christmas." By the time the Night Slasher has a lot of dialogue, he's gonna die any second.
You won't shoot. Murder is against the law.
What part of you thinks he cares about that? Have you heard his one-liners?
This is where the law stops. And I start.
Really, does Officer Stalk have a much bigger body count than Cobra? It'd be cool to have that extra 40 minutes that explores the world and these characters more. Stallone already did have a solid base here for this cop character with his own unique look, and I could see how they could expand on this a lot more had they done some more movies after. It did well enough box office-wise. It didn't make Rambo 2 or Rocky 4 money from 1985, but it had a worldwide gross of $160 million against a $25 million budget, and had Cannon's biggest opening weekend of the time. I want to see how a sequel could have topped the crazy-ass villain in this. Cobra hangs the man on a hook like he's Leatherface and sends him slowly into a fire, like Cobra now does his own human sacrifices. There were plans for a sequel, but it was canceled, and there was a proposed TV series from Robert Rodriguez that's been in limbo since 2019. And wait, Rennie lived? You better not partner up with anyone after this. You're rolling the dice too much after partnering with Stallone and Eastwood. It kinda sorta has a remake, or at least another adaptation, as the 1995 William Baldwin and Cindy Crawford movie Fair Game was based on the same book. And director Nicholas Winding Refn is a big fan, and even put some nods to Cobra in his film Drive. It feels like it began the kind of Stallone versus gangs movie I'd see later on. Like if this were made within the last 10 years or so, it'd be one of the Stallone-written movies starring Jason Statham, like A Working Man or Homefront. What adventures will they go on next? Who knows? Where are they even going? Who cares? Movie's over, with credits rolling at the 83-minute mark. I know I feel safer that Santa is saved from axe-wielding gangs in a Christmas movie where there were decorations, but Christmas was not even mentioned once, give or take some toys.
Hot item.